Hi, my name's Tom Mahoney. I'm from a company called RoboTalker.com. Today we're going to talk about the secrets of making effective political robocall commercials. And I use the word commercial because they shouldn't just be you talking, they should be an actual commercial. Guidelines for the message should be always repeat your name at least 3 times during the message exactly as it will appear on the ballot. I think that's self-explanatory. Remember to make the message all about the voter and not about you. Talk about how it will profit them if they elect you. Don't just talk about you. Sounds arrogant. Use verbiage like, the organization XYZ says John Doe is an outstanding. Okay. Over the years, many people have said that John is great. Don't ever talk about yourself. Always use a reference. It's much more convincing. Each message should appear and approach different issues and have multiple points of interest to build trust and a relationship with voters. What do I mean by this? If there's 4 key issues that are hot buttons for people in the current election, make 4 commercials and approach each one individually. Don't give them sensory overload by trying to approach them all in one commercial. So each separate commercial, each separate point, when they go into the booth, they're going to say, that's the guy that agrees with me on point X. He might not care anything about Y and Z, but he agrees with you on that and he gains recognition. Keep voters engaged. Use music in the background or at the start of the message to get to the listener's attention. Use positive messages about yourself and your past performance and, of course, how it will affect them. Be happy and upbeat. Most of all, be a likable person. We have some politicians record commercials that are horrible, and they down talk other people. They sound very strong. You should be a likable person. If you're going to talk about your opposition, talk about how it will affect the voter's life, how their past performance has affected their life, things like this. Their life meaning pocketbook and their quality of life. If you want people to call the senator, make it simple. Let's say you're saying, I'm calling for the Tea Party. I want people to call my senator on issues XYZ. I would then say, use the caller ID for the senator for the particular area that you're calling, and then say, the caller ID that we display is for Senator Smith's office. When you get done, please give him a call back. Just redial the number that we called you from and you'll be connected to the office. Another way is you can say to voters, if you'd like to speak with the senator and voice your concern on this issue, hit number 1 now and you'll be connected to his office for 5 minutes of talk time. So it's very useful. It's simple. So if you want them to do something, make it simple for them to do it. And they're more than just outbound phone calls. You can say, hit number 5 now if you would like us to drop by a lawn sign at your home next week. Would you like to volunteer for our calls? Hit number 4. We'll call you later with the details. If you have any questions or issues that you'd like to address to me, hit number 1 now and you can immediately speak to my staff and voice your concerns. So use the message for more than just making a speech. Here's a typical report for a campaign that shows the number of calls that were made, the number of calls delivered, the percentages, and then it lists everybody that hit a particular number on the phone. In this case, I put voter in here so you don't see their numbers. The delivery method is important. A delivery rate of at least 97% is good because you're paying for these numbers, the voters' numbers, unique household. And if you use an inexpensive call provider, they'll guarantee numbers like 65 to 70% delivery rate. Those calls that cost more for them to deliver than they get paid for, they'll just return back a no answer or a bad number. They could actually be delivered, but they choose not to deliver them. Make sure that by uploading your phone numbers, you're not transferring ownership. Most of the disclaimers and other providers says that you don't own the numbers anymore as soon as they're uploaded. And of course, at RoboTalker.com, we never take ownership of your numbers. They're yours. We do not touch them because we do not own them. We're just using them to make your calls for you. Always, always, always make a separate message for live and for voicemail deliveries. Remember, people don't have a pen and paper in their hands. You can't say, go to www.contribute to the cause of johnsmith.com in a live message because they can't write it down. So use transfers, use key hits to be called back by representatives if they want to do donations. For live messages, make the message with music for live messages because you have to keep their attention. So totally different message for live. For voicemail, record a very casual message as if you called them yourself. So, hi, Sorry I missed you tonight. I want to tell you why it's so important for you and your family to vote for me, John Smith, on November 3rd. They'll think that you actually called them yourself. So it's a very convincing, personal way of contacting a voter and getting recognition at the booth. Of course, same rules apply for the voicemail. Say your name 3 times during it. That's Tom Mahoney. Any questions? Give me a call, and my number is 888-666-0981 at robotalker.com. Thanks so much, and have a good day.